Hey everyone! So you guys all pretty much know who you are. If not, you should take a look at my description. Okay, so as you may know, as you may guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the sorry, let me just adjust this camera a little bit. The last extra. So I'm gonna have a special extra for the next one because I don't know what to do for the next one. The next one. So I'm planning on doing a short little preview from Breaking Eclipse, and this is a very special one, alright? So if you can't understand what I'm saying, then you guys may as well wait for the typed version on November 20th. Once again, thank you Rambo Ducky 1213 for doing a little countdown. It's also a countdown for New Moon, but yeah, so I'm gonna cover this over here, and I'm gonna do a little preview. I'm gonna do a preview of chapter. I haven't really decided what chapter to do. Sorry, this is this very spontaneous video because I was thinking me as well, you know. I have nothing better to do. I'm sorry, this is taking me a while. I'm just trying to figure out which one to do. Okay, I may as well do the first chapter. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this, and I'm gonna do like a technical audiobook. But I'm only gonna do like probably half this chapter. I hope it doesn't go over the limit. I'm just gonna go for the first few pages up to Okay, so and this is a very rough draft. So it's not the final draft. So when you read the actual one, then that's the final draft, and I may or may not add a few stuff into it. So sorry if I'm a very bad reader, or if you can't understand me. Alright, so I'm going to cover this right here. My lens cap. Okay. So, Breaking Eclipse by Renesmee the Warpire. Chapter 1. Family. Renesmee. Dear Renesmee, your father and I understand that you love Jacob, but the thing is, we know you love Charlie, but the rest of the family do too. Alice is begging that you... Is Jacob taking care of you? Are you taking care of Charlie? How's Billy? Sorry that we haven't called. It's just that Rosalie's been... Yeah, we miss you too. A lot. Let us know if anything's changed. Love, your family. I understood how angry and the rest of the family were now that I've decided to stay in Forks. I don't mind cooking for Charlie, though not at all. Sue's obviously needed a break for cooking for two old men who talk like they're still in high school rather than old people on TV who only talked about the weather. Not to mention, she had to cook for her two kids, Leah and Seth, and Leah's boyfriend, Kevin, and it's been almost 2 years since I've introduced Kevin to Leah. A lot of hectic things happened last September. The great thing about Charlie was that he pretty much had no problem with me dating his best friend's son, Billy. Even he got used to me hanging around. Of course, there were some ground rules, but just the minor ones, like no making out in front of them or no staring. Not that we've ever tried any of those things, especially in front of Charlie. But how could you not stare at Jacob? He was so perfect. His face, his hair, his voice, Jacob was perfect. Of course, I've seen other people stare at him, but it was sorry, let me just sorry, sometimes I can't even read my own writing. But not as far as I'm aware of. It was only because of Jacob's height. He's huge. But I had my fair share of people staring at me. Not because of my height. Well, maybe because I'm with Jacob and I'm tiny in comparison. But because of my looks. Of course, my boyfriend had problems with this, but I don't blame him. Boyfriend? No, that wasn't the right word. Not at all. But imprint and soulmate seem to sound honky when you use them in a casual sentence. Since last March, we had a stronger word, one that we knew that would happen soon. Fiancé. I smiled at the word. My family all moved to Alaska as planned last September. My best friend, Noelle, was planning on killing my friends and family if I didn't agree to break up with Jacob, and just to be with him forever. I told my family I would have to stay in Forks, at least until I finished school. Jacob says I should stay until we get married, and who knows how long was that going to be. Possibly soon, since our relationship was slowly getting more serious. This has obviously had to do something with the werewolf imprinting. Maybe being a werepire had something to do with it too. I heard the cooking timer go off, and I rushed down the stairs toward the kitchen. I took out Charlie's dinner and took it out of the oven. I left it out to cool. I got out a plate and prepared some coffee for him. I was bored, and there was nothing much to do. Charlie would be home soon, but he wasn't very talkative when he ate. Sometimes he would strike up a conversation here and there, but only if it was some kind of warning, like a psycho killer in Seattle or something like that. He never really had to warn me about this stuff. Most of this would come from school, like gossip, or in front of the paper news when I went looking for the weather. Nothing much happens here in Forks, not after the Cullens left. My homework was done, and I couldn't think of anything good to do. So I got out my iPod and started to listening to music, and I prepared the rest of Charlie's dinner. As soon as I started preparing his coffee, he came through the door, and he hung up his belt. He was tired as always. He walked lazily to the kitchen, probably glad that I prepared everything for him already. "Hey, Nessie," he greeted me, taking a sip of his coffee. "The hike's, sorry. Thanks for preparing dinner." Grandpa, don't you think it's time you retire?" I asked this question a million times, but he looked really tired. Like, really. He looked like he was going to pass out in front of his dinner, face flat. Usually, Charlie would answer me, "I love my job, and I'll die doing it." Today, he answered me differently. "You know, did you hear about those animals gone missing?" "No. Why?" "Apparently you better tell Jake and his friends to try hunting somewhere else, where the animal population won't go down so much." I rolled my eyes. "I'll send the message." Charlie never really got to talk to Jake. Usually it was Billy, but I couldn't see why that would be the problem. Jake and his friends ate human food. As always, Charlie ate his food in silence. "Are you going to visit Jake?" he asked when he finished. I took his dishes off the table. "Yeah. Claire's been dying to see me for a while. Since her and Quill's big wedding, she's been busy 24/7 with her new husband. They wouldn't leave their honeymoon. Jake and Embry had to tell Quill that Billy died, and they had to go to the funeral. Of course, they were pissed. So was Billy. So pretty much they owe him now." When I was finished the dishes, Charlie got up and started up the stairs. "I'm turning in early, Ness. Tell Jake I said hi." "Will do," I said. And then I grabbed my coat, and then I headed out into the rain on my motorcycle. The sun was almost down on the horizon, but still 6 o'clock-ish. Okay, so there's your preview. It's not exactly to the way I'm going to type it, but if you can't understand what I was saying, I'm sorry I messed up a lot. But sometimes I can't even read my own writing. So tell me what you think of it. Yeah. Okay, so there's your little preview. If you want another preview, but like for another chapter from like Jacob's point of view or something, let me know. Peace out.